Hey guys, another week, another game dev vlog, and this week I have made adequate progress on Everybody's Universe. I have gotten the block packages systems implemented, so now we can segment blocks into packages, and they show up in the blocks menu, segmented with their names above them. You still can't drag blocks onto the hotbar. I'll be working on that this week, and there are a few other things as well, such as the height of the menu being just static right now. I'll fix that soon enough. So anyway, aside from that, I worked on some stuff to do with chat, such as adding the sensor that's in Everybody Edits to Everybody's Universe. I know it's not perfect, but it's at least adequate for now. I also expanded the character set that you can use in the chat and in world titles, so just more symbols and the accented letters and things like that. Aside from that, I did work on some other random bug fixes and optimizations, although I was struggling with getting distracted on things. Sometimes it's just really difficult to stay focused, to stay motivated, but I'll learn, I'll get better. But anyway, now that we've got that out of the way, I do want to talk a bit about where Everybody Edits Universe is in general. What have we gotten done on the game? What is left to do on the game before any sort of public launch, even just the closed beta? And what really is Everybody Edits Universe to begin with? Because there seems to be still a lot of confusion on that. So, to clarify, Everybody Edits Universe is not just Everybody Edits in another form. It's a new game based on Everybody Edits, but designed for new players. It's designed from the ground up to be a new experience, kind of a blank slate for us all to be more creative and not so limited by things that have happened in the past. Of course, we can look back on those memories of the old experiences, the old worlds we enjoyed playing, and we can be able to play those in the offline client, which, yes, is going to come eventually. So anyway, with Everybody Edits Universe being a new game, there's obviously going to be a lot different about it, but as I said, it's based on the original, so there's going to be a lot that's similar. So of course, looking at Everybody Edits is a good way to tell what features that we might need in Everybody Edits Universe, but there's a lot of things that we'll need in Everybody Edits Universe that has never been in Everybody Edits. For example, some of the zone stuff that Chris has talked about. And of course, we've talked about how the smileys will work a little differently than they have in Everybody Edits, and even blocks will work a little differently with the way decorations can be placed in front of them, all that kind of stuff. Now, where are we at currently? How much progress has been made? Obviously, we're well into June, and the game hasn't been released yet. And that kind of is a shame, but it's not that we're stuck at any point. Things are progressing. We are seeing more and more progress being made. The game is getting better and better. But, obviously things could be going a lot faster. Now, what do we have currently? We have the multiplayer systems in place to handle worlds being launched, with many players playing within each one. We have the systems for communication between all that, and that's all working pretty well. We have the client where you can see a list of worlds in the lobby, although the lobby needs a little work. And then when it comes to gameplay, we have the world being rendered correctly. We have the physics generally working, and we've got them refined to a point where they're at least adequate for now, though I fully expect them to change throughout the closed beta. We've also got a lot of UI stuff with the sidebar, the chat, the block selector and blocks menu. There's a lot of functionality that's still needed on those, but overall the core systems are there and they look fine as they are. And we've also, of course, got the mini-map, which works as intended, supports transparency, all that. So what are we really missing? Well, physics needs more stability, we need more blocks. Of course, the smiley, we've only got the one smiley, but Koya has been working on some new ones. We're going to need various other systems for saved worlds, accounts. Going to need a new lobby to support all of that. There's just a lot of smaller things that we still need, but if you think about it, it's not actually all that much, right? The closed beta isn't meant to be this big thing with tons of features as a full game experience, but it's meant to be something that's an interesting taste of what is to come. So, will it have the zones for edit zones, visibility zones? Maybe. Chris has expressed the interest in wanting to have those from the beginning. And then what kind of blocks do we need? What smileys? What accessories, if any? I'm not sure. That stuff we'll be discussing. And if we have everything ready before some of that stuff's done, I don't think that would be a reason to delay the closed beta, but if that stuff's done in the time that we're, for example, waiting on Luke to get done with exams and stuff to get some of the other systems for accounts implemented, then we might as well be implementing more of that. So, really, we're going to be working on what we can over the rest of this month, get everything ready, If it goes a little into next month, then fine, so be it. We want to have this game out as soon as possible, obviously. What matters most is that we are making progress, so it's inevitable that the game's going to be out eventually. Now, I've seen plenty of people discussing how they think the game will be worse than the original, will never be able to gain enough traction with enough players. Well, that's all stuff we'll find out eventually. Will the game be better than the original? Well, I hope so, but better in what way? Better as in recreating the same experiences that you did in more vividness? Well, that's kind of unlikely considering it is a totally different game. They're going to be new experiences that will feel different. And then as far as building a new community, well, if it doesn't do well, then, well, at least we tried. And if it does, well, then great. That's what we're aiming for. And we're going to do everything that we can to get it to that point. We're designing it to be a solid game. There's a lot of thought going into everything going in the game. That's why it is taking so long in some sense. Yes, there's plenty of other things that have been slowing it down, such as various distractions or other work that we've all had to do, doing things like licensing out Rotate to various sites, such as recently on Poke.com. That stuff takes time, and it's not really a problem. Things are inevitably going to be happening alongside this all throughout the process. There's plenty of other things we'll be working on even once everybody at its universe is in the closed beta. I'm going to be working on more games over the course of this year. It's just a matter of getting better at it and learning to better manage the time between the projects. So that's the gist of it. That's basically the way things are going. And we really do appreciate the help that we've been receiving from everybody at its patrons in particular. Obviously, there's a lot of people in the community who are very doubtful about it, and that's totally understandable. But we really do appreciate the faith that the people that are supporting us do have in us for all of this. Even if we fall from time to time, stumble, and make mistakes, we are getting better at this, and we're going to get there eventually. And the support from the members who choose to and have the ability to do so really helps us go in that direction. Even the support in a non-monetary sense. The people on the Everybody at its forums that discuss how they believe in what we're doing, even though they can't contribute financially, that really does mean a lot to us. And it really shows everyone else that there are people that believe in what we're trying to do. I mean, when you think about it, this kind of game is a very ambitious thing to try to make, and we're crazy enough to try to do it. But anyway, that is going to have to be it for today. So as always, I don't thank my contributors over on Patreon. If you want to check it out for yourself, the link is down in the description below. And again, I want to thank everybody as patrons as well. So yeah, I'll see you around. Goodbye.